Hi, I'm Josh, a co-founder of Woodland Mills, and this is our full-length product video for the WC46 PTO driven wood chipper. In these full-length product videos, we like to touch on tractor compatibility first. Then we'll go into an in-depth product walk-around that shows you all the features that come standard with the WC46. Beyond that, we'll look at the assembly process. We'll look at the crate, both weight and size. And then we'll look at how it's delivered before we take this out in the field and the forest and show you how to put it to work. For compatibility, the WC46 was designed to work with tractors with between 15 and 30 PTO horsepower. And because of its weight at over 590 pounds, confirming that your tractor can lift it will allow you to move it around on your property. At the front, we have a Category 1 3-point hitch. That's quick hitch compatible, with the upper pin having 2 hole locations to allow it to be set up to best suit your tractor. We include a PTO shaft, which is adjustable in length and trimmable as required to match the chipper to your tractor once it's connected. On the PTO shaft, we also have shear pin protection, which is going to protect both the chipper and your tractor. On the outside here, we have safety chains, which get connected to both the chipper and the tractor to stop the outside sheath of the PTO shafts from spinning when in use. Because the WC46 is a direct drive chipper, once the PTO shaft is connected to the tractor, it's going to carry your tractor's full horsepower and torque to the chipper's main shaft. Riding on that main shaft is the flywheel that has the blades, and that brings that power and torque right to the blade's edge. Underneath the guard here, you'll see a BX series drive belt that we use to run our hydraulic pump to make the pressure for the self-contained infeed system. To keep tension on that belt, we use a spring-loaded tensioner for both ease of use and maintenance. Next, I want to open up the clamshell and really show you what's inside of the wood chipper. With the clamshell open, it really exposes that main drive shaft. And you can see it running between these two 4-bolt cast iron flange bearings. Both those flange bearings have a Zerk fitting or grease fitting for maintenance. Mounted to that main shaft is our flywheel. This is an 18-inch diameter, 3/4 inch thick flywheel that's both CNC machined to hold the blades and create the pockets, as well as being dynamically balanced for smooth operation. On the back of the main flywheel, you're going to see our paddle assemblies, and these are welded directly to the flywheel, spinning at the 540 RPMs. You'll see we've enlarged them in size past the flywheel, and that's to create airflow and throwing capability that you'll see with the WC46. Mounted to the flywheel, we have 4 reversible blades. They have a first leading edge, and then they can be reversed when that leading edge dulls to give you a secondary cutting edge. For changing those blades, we have a locking pin, and this is going to let you lock out the flywheel in various locations when you're reversing those blades, changing the blades, or just maintaining the chipper in general. Now I want to close up this clamshell and we'll talk about the discharge chute. It's 360 degrees rotatable and gets locked in place with an indexing pin. On the end of the discharge chute, you'll see we have a chip deflector, which allows you to place the wood chips close to the chipper or further away, depending on your needs. Next, I want to talk about our self-contained hydraulic infeed system that requires no hydraulic connections to or from your tractor. At the bottom of the system, we have the hydraulic fluid reservoir, and this is where the hydraulic pump is going to draw its fluid to create the pressure. Once that pressure's been made, we're going to bring it in here to our directional control valve. And with this being connected to the red bar of the infeed, this is going to give us our forward, neutral, and reversing action on the infeed roller. In the forward position, we're going to feed that pressure up to a flow control valve. And this is a 1 through 6 range, which is going to help you match the workload of the material being chipped with the tractor's available horsepower to optimize efficiency and maximize your chipping capability. Out of the flow control valve, we'll follow the line right here to the hydraulic motor. Mounted to the hydraulic motor is a 6-inch diameter infeed roller. On the outside of that roller, we've welded on chisel edge knives. That gives us the climbing action to get up over the material and really pull it into the chipper so we can present it to the flywheel and the blades. Both the motor and that infeed roller all ride on a pivoting swing arm assembly. And that assembly moves up and down as the material gets driven underneath it. To keep the pressure down on that material, we use galvanized springs on both the left and the right to keep an even pressure on that pivoting swing arm. As we come around to the back of the chipper, we're going to see the large infeed opening. At 19 inches wide and 19 inches high, this is going to help us accept and condense those branches. Around the leading edge of the infeed, we have a 3/4 inch thick solid steel bar, which gives us rigidity, but also gives us a softened edge to help guide those branches into the infeed. You can see the red control bar, which is going to give us our forward, neutral, and reversing action. The infeed chute is foldable, and we'll start by undoing the 2 draw latches at the bottom and then reconnecting the control bar linkage to our folding position. It's going to fold up and rest here on the rubber pad at the top of the pivoting swing arm. Now I want to fold it up using the red bar and a lowering handle to get a good look at our safety curtains and the infeed roller system. The clear safety curtains are here to keep dust and debris from coming back at the operator while in use. With the curtains folded up and out of the way, we can really get a clear view of the infeed roller with those chisel edge knives welded to it. Again, helping us climb up over that material and really pull it into the chipper. As we come around the other side of the chipper, you're going to see this 2-bolt flange bearing, which is carrying the other side of the infeed roller. It's bolted here to the pivoting swing arm. And again, we'll see that second galvanized spring putting that pressure down on the swing arm assembly. We have a Zerk fitting up here at the top for maintenance. And then below, you're going to see the fill cap for the hydraulic reservoir tank. Next, I want to talk about the bed plate. The bed plate provides a stationary edge. So when the blades on the flywheel come around, it gives that second edge to make the cut, similar to a pair of scissors. The bed plate is adjustable to account for both blade wear and resharpenings. And because of that, we provide a window to give you a clean line of sight to see that gap between the blades and the bed plate. Further to that, we provide a tool to help you set that gap, and you can find that tool here in the manual tube. Now I want to fold the infeed chute back down so we get a clear view of the manual tube, which is where we're going to find the hardware for assembly, as well as the manual, which is going to walk us through that assembly process. It's also going to give us the safe use and operation guidelines for the wood chipper. Because the WC46 comes 90% assembled, it's going to take about 2 hours to get it out of the crate and ready for use. That assembly consists of installing some components of the 3-point hitch linkage, installing the discharge chute, and then assembling and installing the red and gray bars on the folding infeed chute. To finish the assembly process, you'll be filling the hydraulic reservoir tank with 17 liters or 4.5 gallons of hydraulic fluid that can be sourced locally. The WC46 ships in an iron crate, and that crate is 44 inches wide, 35 inches deep, and 35 inches high. And with a shipping weight of over 700 pounds, it's going to be delivered by transport truck with a power tailgate service to get it down to the ground for a curbside delivery where available. Now that we've shown you all the features that come standard with the WC46, it's time to hook it up to a tractor, get it outside, and really put it to work. I want to start by just going over a bit of a recap of the material we put through the WC46. So at the back of my farm there, we had a clearing. We were putting a lot of poplar through it. We had some cedar. We also had some scrub brush there with a lot of leaves on it. You would have saw it got pulled through. Then we took it into the cedar forest. We put a lot of dry cedar through it. You see we're filling up the Pathlander. And then in the middle there, we had it in the pine plantation, and we were feeding quite a bit of white pine through it. We had some dead branches off the ground, as well as some fresh limbs that we put through it to show you how it processes the pine and the needles with that. I hope you've enjoyed this video of the WC46 PTO driven wood chipper. For more information, check out our website or please give us a call. This has been Josh with Woodland Mills. Thanks so much for watching.